Alright, everything looks good, so tonight's stream will begin. Okay, hopefully I don't, you know, get disconnected again. That would be bad. Which... Okay, there. There we go.
Well,
Hello!
well, you're here, so improvement.
Yes, big improvement. Big improvement. I should probably turn my Minecraft music down because, yeah. Just need to find is the one time that the Shakespeare language thing is a hindrance when I'm trying to navigate the menus. Okay, we're good.
Oh, right, you have like a resource pack on that.
Oh no, this is just one of the language options in Minecraft is Shakespearean
What is
English.
it, theater?
Well, it's called Shakespearean English, and it's hilarious.
I mean,
Blaze rods are just called red hot rods, which I think is hilarious.
just makes me think someone made a bunch of red hots in a rod,
Whatever
and
that
then tried to
means.
eat it all at once.
Okay, so what do we do this time? Because I have no plans. I just figured, hey, let's do a stream tonight and see if the Wi-Fi's any better. So
Well, you registered that, so that's already a plus.
yes, yes it is.
I mean, you wanted to.
What? It's
Well,
it's
I'm not eating it. I don't know where it's been.
it's been in my inventory is where it's been.
And I don't know where you've been. Judging by the
I've been in there.
sulfur, the sulfur smell, I don't want to know.
What?
I speak nonsense.
You sealed me in that room because I was lagging, remember? I haven't been anywhere but there this entire time. Oddly enough, I
Well,
was
the sulfur was there yesterday too,
yeah.
but
Oddly enough though, when I loaded back in just now, I was holding a piece of cobblestone wall that I don't remember picking up. So,
that's probably mine.
yeah, I left it in the chest in there.
Anyway, you wanted to try an obsidian generator?
Yeah. Yeah, I figured why not? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does work, it does work. Either way, content.
Man, the Endermen are active. Not even character, they've just been around here.
It's too far away for me to even aggro it. See, I'm using Optifine, so
Don't
I'm zooming in, looking at it. Nothing's happening.
don't don't tempt.
No, like nothing is happening. It's too far away. Oh,
Uh, you sure about that?
well, I'm not sure anymore.
It's aggroed, and I didn't look at it. It just can't. You're just out of teleportation range. That's why it wasn't doing it.
Well, I mean the final time I looked at it, that's when it got angry.
Probably because you walked right into its vision range, but thanks to the giant body of you go kill it. I'm not doing.
Eh, we'll
The
just
most
let's let's
the
just.
best piece of armor I have is iron boots with soul speed 2.
I mean, I've got some spare iron. I could give you some armor.
I have plenty of iron. I'm just not using it. I'm not going to be doing much metalworking until I get the food, which is going to be the room to the left. They made exclusive blocks for the two types, cooking and for ore, so I might as well use them for something.
So where do you want to try to build this obsidian generator?
Son, what are you the king of?
Obsidian. Oh, right. So
Exactly.
we're gonna go try at my base then.
Yeah, that way. Plus, if anything blows up, it's not my place to clean up.
Right. Okay. So that would be straight this way
Yep.
because my sense of direction compass is pointing straight in this direction. Otherwise, I would have
Also
no
known
idea.
as you. I mean, I'm just taking the long way around.
Yeah, I'm following my compass. It's the only way I can get anywhere is by following my compass.
Node stones have been a blessing for you, haven't they?
Yes, and I am very thankful that Jay gave me one the first time when I first built my base. I'm very thankful for that. You know, I can't even count the amount of times that I've gotten lost in Jay's grotto trying to get somewhere to meet up with you guys and I've had to jump off the cliff into the water. I've had to do that so
I
many
mean,
times.
here's the. I mean, for going to my place, I'm not even in the grotto, technically.
You're right behind it, but I can never remember the path to get there, so I usually end up jumping off
There
of a.
doesn't even need to be a path. You literally all you literally need to do is jump in and exit.
Yeah, but it's easier if there's a
I'm not.
path. Oh, there's
Yeah,
a
well, I'm not going to be making one for a little bit because
there is a destroyed house back here that I have never seen before. Like just behind my base in the spruce forest. It looks like there was like a proper
oh that.
there was a
Oh
proper
yeah,
house here. Almost all the wood is gone though. It's just the cobblestone and the doors and the glass.
yeah. I actually when I was sneaking back into the mine on that one stream,
Mm-hmm.
I say sneaking loosely. I just didn't want to be seen so you could kill me. I ran into that.
Did you think one of us built it? Because I had no idea this was back here.
Oh, this is a village house.
Oh, a village. There was a village?
A village house. I mean, look at the style
Right. But I
and
mean it's
the
using
distinct villager box.
is this oak or spruce? Because my shader
That
makes them look the same.
this is why I don't use shade. That's why I don't use shaders.
Because
Because you've run into lighting problems, and what block is this? Two very big ones.
well, I mean,
That's oak.
well, if it's oak, then this can't be a naturally generated villager house because if it was to generate in a spruce forest, it would be using spruce wood. And this is a
I
spruce
mean, I'm pretty
forest.
sure they added a few of them have accents, but either way, this was a villager house, one way or another. There's no denying that.
You see this?
Yeah, this is a villager hut.
No, I'm pretty sure this is one of those things that the hackers made when they were here. Because I remember when I was first cleaning up the hacker graveyard over there, there was one of these on the hill just past the headstones.
Seriously, how did you even get hackers on? This is a private server.
I don't know. I got on here after they had already been banned. I was just told stories of how they broke all of the rules immediately and then got kicked.
I mean, it's not even really hacking. That's just trolling.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they probably did some hacking, but
They.
all I know is that they all I know for sure is that they broke all of the rules immediately after getting here. And so,
Oh, come on. They
yeah.
couldn't have broken all of them.
I mean, from the way it was explained to me, it sounds like they did.
How? How do you break every rule?
Well, I mean, what are the rules on the server? I mean, I don't remember them. I just generally am
Exactly. I don't
civil with
even
people.
remember them, and I just follow the main courtesy rule of event. The most the most potentially rule issue thing is just my constant taking from the community house. That's
I mean, do you see this pickaxe and this sword and all my armor? I got all of
yeah, you
these
made that
diamonds. I got all of these diamonds from the community house.
exactly. I mean, yeah, but you made that yourself. Like the most, I just scavenged the most broken stuff I could find from the house and I'm using that for.
Yeah, but I mean that's fine because the stuff is almost broken, so no one's gonna use it anyways.
Yeah, I mean and I mean, the most I've kind of done is in that house is put a bit of the spare extra stone I've gotten from digging.
You know, this is the first time I've had the Minecraft noises turned on with my headset. So like I've got two zombie piglins growling in my ear, and it's
And then I organized the chests for the place, which honestly, sure, sure, the people who use it appreciate that. Just because.
yeah. So have you ever actually seen the entirety of this place? Because I could give you a tour
I
while
mean,
we're
I
here.
have. I did see it. I was just running away for my life while I did.
Right.
Huh. Your Iron Golem did some work.
Oh, there must have been an Enderman up here. How do I heal him?
Give him an iron ingot.
Is that how you heal them?
No, you give him an iron block. Yes, give him an iron ingot.
I'm gonna go get my iron then, because I don't want Gregory to die.
You should name him like physically.
Yeah, once I have some name tags, I'll be doing that. Currently, I just have
Yeah,
all
well,
of.
that's why you're good.
Currently, I just
Well,
have.
you have.
I have all the
All you
name.
need to do is make a dock and start fishing.
I have all the names of my pets written in a
Yeah, I
book.
know you wrote them down.
Yeah. You know, I never expected him to get so damaged living in my attic.
I mean, again, like I said, the Endermen are very active.
So do I just throw the iron at him?
Right click with the iron.
Oh wow! It only
Just keep
takes.
right clicking until he can't.
It only took.
Congratulations, he's at full health. I'd punch him to show you that he is, but I don't want to die.
I'm just glad I have a way to heal him. I'm gonna go put the rest of my
That was
iron
actually
away
out of
now.
reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is basically just going to be in character, but not really lore, just comedy.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen James's room down here? Because everyone harps on it as soon as they look at it.
It's just a room. Don't see the big deal. The biggest deal is this. This is just hideous.
Yeah. But I mean, the block palette
Seriously,
is pretty bad too.
what is the point of this room?
I don't know. He hasn't been on since because he doesn't have a charging cable for his
Oh
laptop.
right, he needs to.
He needs to get a
Right,
new cable. Yeah. I mean, so yeah.
I mean, this looks like a Nether portal entrance.
Yeah, but there's nothing there. It's just an alcove that he made.
Yeah, this granite is best used sparingly,
Yeah. But I mean,
not
the worst part is it's red on messier red
with even messier red.
and glowing red. And then
No, that's not the worst part.
and then there's
The
just
lack of
this.
any sort of pattern
I mean, there's a little bit of a
for
pattern.
no reason.
There's a little bit of a little bit of a pattern. See, it's like the stairs going along the middle of the wall. That's a bit of
Yeah,
a
except you
pattern.
noticed a random hole.
Yeah, yeah. I'm I'm past the point of questioning this sort of thing.
If he, that feels better to me.
Yeah. I
He's not
mean,
exactly gonna. Besides,
I am going to completely tear down this room once he gets back and makes a base somewhere else. Because I plan on expanding
I
this
mean, I
place. So yeah. See the towers
anyway. So,
the towers up.
anyway, long story short, when the day breaks, when it's daytime, probably should start
So
the mess that's going to happen. Be
yeah.
real here. There's no other way to describe it.
Would you like some wheat? Because I have my farms there. I haven't actually needed to make any more bread yet.
Also, that is a lot of redstone.
Yeah. I got most of it as a gift when I was originally making the super smelter, but then there was a little bit more come from the mine
Can I
shaft.
take this? Can I take this old axe?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Good, because I have one that's pretty much broken anyway. Now I have a better repair axe.
I mean, you could probably take any of this that you want except for the sticks, because I need the sticks for like torches whenever I get coal or charcoal. I like to have a good supply of torches, and I don't have a good supply of
You
torches.
think the amount of torches you need is kind of annoying? Try needing like 10 lanterns for every room you need.
Yeah, most of these chests are empty and are just for decoration, so that things don't feel as, you know. Because if there was nothing up here, it would just be like, why does this exist? So I have chests up here.
Okay, first off, I don't know if this is the green part of me talking or what, but first off, if you're gonna do something up with this little section, eventually make it into like a study or something. Like tear down these chests and make a few bookshelves.
Yeah, I do plan on making things look better eventually, once I have more
Then
blocks.
what you're probably gonna want to do is maybe inset this one to or carpet it, one of the two. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to change that. This, because originally this was in one more, but that looked horrible from the outside, so I extended it outwards
Whatever
so
you
that
do,
the
this
ceiling would.
needs to be one block because otherwise it's atrocious. And then you need to make it into like a guest room.
Oh
Do
yeah,
do
I
better.
do plan on fixing this. I do plan on fixing this. I've just had other things I was doing. I get sidetracked a lot. If you saw I don't know the first stream or some of the test streams, I outright call myself out for getting sidetracked a lot. It's a
Anyway,
thing.
before the day starts, how in the world do you get the Hayman out here? Because there's no way he went out here willingly.
Uh, I don't know. I can bribe him.
Problem with what? He just,
Uh, I
what
don't
do you
know.
have that this would want?
More bread?
He has potatoes.
How many hearts do potatoes restore?
I think the same amount as bread.
Oh. Which one has a 0% chance of being poisoned?
Both.
I mean,
Baked potatoes.
no, I mean when you farm the potatoes.
I don't farm anything.
Oh right, you just you're a little hay bale thief.
Yeah, I haven't even made a hoe. I quite literally just took a stack of baked potatoes from the community chest.
Okay, how about this? I bribe you with this I bribe you with this golden cask.
Golden cat. This isn't even a cask.
Well, I mean that's what it's called in the Shakespearean language thing. It's a golden cask.
Doesn't even make sense. It's a helmet. A cask is what you put beer into.
Hold on,
Wine or beer into.
I'll show you the spelling. It is golden cask as in CASQUE.
Shakespearean writing was weird.
Yeah. I mean otherwise I could bribe you with a saddle so you can have a horse.
I mean, this thing doesn't exactly. I mean, he's more likely to end up a scarecrow, in that he's going to be scared while the crows try and get him.
Right, right. Hmm.
Also, you
Uh,
slept recently, right?
last time it
I'm just
was
making sure because
night. Yes.
just making sure because I don't think either of us want to deal with this.
Let's see. Let's see. I could. I
Why don't
could.
you just have a ton of spare wheat?
I do have a ton of spare wheat.
Why don't you bribe him with hay bales?
Oh, is that a thing? Because I could. I
I
could.
mean, why else do you...
I could
I
bribe
mean,
you. I
how
could.
did Jay find him?
Oh, right. The hay. I could bribe you with this used bow and some arrows for self-defense.
That's just gonna end up with someone getting shot.
No, but you can deal with creepers before they come up to hug you.
I don't think he's even... I think he'd run before they come up to him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Very much fair enough.
Learned from his mistake.
How about some pumpkin seeds? You could start your own little underground farm. Growing.
I already have plans for that.
I think your mic quality
Again, just give him a bunch of hay bales and he'll be happy.
All right. So far, the only farms I have are the farms you see down there.
Then you're gonna be harvesting the hay bales because
Yeah. I've got a lot of seeds though. Like a lot of seeds. That's what this middle chest here is for the extra seeds.
okay, I'll hand you all the hay just so you can make it into bales.
And like you can do whatever you want with the seeds.
I mean, I suggest fermenting them, but I had enough of that after the hops, and I went to that route.
Yeah. You know,
Seriously,
originally I planned on just expanding this outward forever, but then I started building rooms off to the side of those and sort of conflicted with these, and then the whole thing with seeing the mine shaft down there happened. So yeah.
well, here's the hay. Make it into bales so you can bribe me in a few minutes.
Will do. So this is going to be a bit of a lore stream then.
I mean, it's more just gonna be in character comedy.
All right, right.
It just that's really all the best way you can put it.
5 hay bales, which are called
Like,
hay bundles in my language setting.
I mean, that actually makes sense because I think they're still called that in some places today.
Yeah. I have a lot of glass because I severely overestimated how much I would need for my house.
You forgot that it makes 16 panes, didn't you?
What?
You forgot that 6 glass makes 16 panes, didn't you?
Yes. But also I underestimated how much I was going to build up there. I thought I was going to be turning it into a giant castle, but I ended up just leaving it a mansion.
About that. Once we find the end portal, that I'm not going to be able to alone, but let me just put it like this. I watched a video.
You what?
Yep, watched a green video.
You watched a great.
On how to
Okay.
build green.
Okay. So the one who thinks building is a sin is going to be using
Like,
Grian's building information eventually. That's good to know.
I mean, not going to be saying it, but it's just more of.
I mean, that's going to be
But I just mean
it's going to be so hilarious. Like if you, Mr. Haybale man, who thinks building is a sin, ends up being one of the best builders on the SMP, once we get through the end and kill the dragon and all that, that is going to be quite ironic in a funny way. Yeah. So this was my attempt at you know, renovating the hacker graveyard and making it actually look nice.
okay. First off, what is this?
I don't know. I just thought
It
something
looks.
needed to be in here, so I put this here.
If you're going to make a casket, make a.
Well, I
If you're
mean, it's
going to make something with a button behind it that you use to go down into a catacomb, do that. Either way, that I don't know what that weird and why.
okay. So far, it's nothing. I might put something under there one day. For now, it's just a thing. It could be like an offering
Any
place. Once someone dies, it could be like that's the place where you toss offerings.
oh, and you forgot about the other wheat.
The other wheat? What?
Yes,
Oh, do you mean the wheat down there? You do mean the wheat down there. Okay.
it's weird when this stares at you. When this face stares at you, isn't it?
It's weird when what?
When this face stares at you.
When the space stares at me? Is that what you just said?
Yes.
I don't understand the question, but let's just get this hay.
Is it weird when this face stares at you?
Oh, I thought you said is it weird when space stares? Yeah. But no, it's not
Space is
weird.
always staring.
Yeah. It's not weird when that face stares at me because I've seen many derp skins in my day.
This was literally there were surprisingly not many options for hay bales with faces. Like this was the best I could find. I'm not even kidding.
I just heard an Enderman. One of them is
I play
nearby.
with the sound off.
If you play with the sound off, then you never hear the creepers coming.
Actually, I have a good creepers. I have a good sense of creepers
Okay, but you still hugged one.
in character is not the same.
No. There's some spare hay if you want that too.
I only want the bales.
Okay, but if you save up enough
I'm only
hay.
going to want the bales.
Okay. I mean, just use this to make some bread eventually. Oh no, wait, I could use that to make bread right now. There's 6 of it. I can make two. I can make 2 bread. All right. And now my priorities are in order. Oh, there's the Enderman. It's
Uh,
what is it
holding a
holding?
flower. It was holding a flower. I
That
didn't
did
even know they could do that.
I mean, they pick up blocks and I guess flowers count as blocks.
I guess
Should have caught him
you
in a
would think
boat.
they would have a. It's just weird because it holds it like any other block, but
Oh, there he is again. I should probably make a boat. I'm going to catch him.
why do you want to catch these things?
I mean, why not?
That's like, well, this one, I don't even know. These two, okay, they're abominable. He's gone, by the way.
He'll be back.
Anyway, so
So do I bribe you now because we're already in stream, or do we wait until next stream to bribe you?
it's kind of awkward to transition in stream.
I already cut off one stream early this week. I'm not doing that again.
Exactly.
So I mean, yeah, here's your hay bales. Let's build the thing.
Three of these are named Jerry.
Okay.
I never said the Hayman was fully.
You can have some of these chests if you want. I overestimated the amount of loot that we were gonna have.
I mean, I'm always gonna be chests, like I considering.
The only one with stuff in it should be this one.
That just also looks nice. Actually, can all this fit? Yeah, it can.
So that's how chests work. I
Not
never
even.
actually I never actually knew that. That you just had to place them in the right section and
Yeah.
then you could break the other one. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then this is my post box. Whenever someone wants to leave me mail, they'll put it in there. The only mail I've gotten so far is 1 golden nugget from Jay.
You have mail.
Wasn't this
I
part?
don't know.
Well, here's
I
some more
don't
here's some more bribe.
I don't know any. I don't know what. Not even I know what goes on in my head, and it's my head.
I think your head is just full of straw. You
Well,
you
no, even in real life.
you're like you're like the what was he called? The Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. Your head's full of straw, but you don't have a brain.
I mean, can you imagine if he did? It would kind of be gross.
Yeah, but I mean, didn't he get one at the end, or was it like, oh, you had it all along, or
It
something like
was not.
that?
It was the entire film wasn't even real.
Okay, but
It's
like,
one of the. It's
didn't
one of the few times it was all a dream has been done right.
okay, but then they had that other movie, like Return to Oz or something, where the main character was
Okay, that was
Oz, and it was a prequel, and it turns out the entire thing was real because he actually rode there in a hot air balloon, and but didn't the Scarecrow get
okay.
disemboweled by flying
So Oz is
monkeys?
another dimension. So Oz is another dimension that happens to be that no one. Also, is there really any true canon? Because unless it was made by the same director, I or writer, I can't.
I mean, wasn't it a book before it was a movie? Because if there were books that came
It was a
before it,
book.
a lot of movies are books before they're movies, like almost all of them,
I, eh,
except for the Super
who
Mario
knows
Bros.
it?
Movie. We don't speak of the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Nintendo doesn't even speak of that movie.
No, no, no. Ugh.
They
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 made
don't want.
when who turns Bowser into a guy with dreadlocks? Nobody does that except for the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Okay, no one. Okay, look, it was the '80s. Who knows what those writers were?
They made Toad into a biker, like
Okay,
a skinny little biker in a leather
that
jacket.
that that. Okay, all things considered, that actually does sound kind of cool, considering what Toad is.
Yoshi was a literal raptor.
I mean, he's from a place called Dinosaur Land.
Yeah, but he didn't even have his little boots in the movie. He didn't even have his adorable little boots. And the red thing on his
No, no,
back, the red thing on his back in the games is supposed to be a saddle, but I don't think it was anything in the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
I mean, to be fair, even in the main games now, it's kind of more a shell.
I mean, I guess.
Seriously, when you look at it, even now, it's kind of in like Super Mario Galaxy 2, it's more of a shell thing.
Yeah, it's just like a tiny version of that's also got no texture on the back of it. Like it's like they took a Koopa shell, took the bottom out of it, stuck it on Yoshi's back, got rid of the texture, and just changed the color. You could probably Photoshop any type of Koopa shell on top of it, and it would look completely normal.
Probably. I mean, who knows? Again, who knows? But regardless,
Your voice was
unfortunately,
cutting out there.
sorry, the way. Anyway, I already know for a fact that obsidian generators don't work unless you have access to the end or you want to hike in the nether.
Well, I mean, I've got a portal right there, and there's lava close by it, but I
We're
don't
gonna
trust
need,
the Nether.
we're gonna need,
I do
we're
not
going
trust
to
the
need a
Nether.
few more.
Yeah, I do not
Like we're going to
trust.
need we're going to need another portal.
Ah, okay. But yeah, I really
They,
I do not trust the Nether at all. 2 out of 3 times that I've gone
you,
there, I've died. Both of
I was
those.
wearing this and I was wearing this and a gold chest plate and I was fine. And I went out and got over 4 stacks of quartz.
All right, hey Baleman, look at me. Look me in the eyes. My KD ratio with mobs is abysmal, and it will never be good.
That, okay. It's sad when a hay bale man has better luck than a so-called.
Hey, I'm good at building. I'm good at building. Okay, you see this? I'm good at building. That's all I need to be good at.
Part of me wants to hate this because
Which part of it?
just this the wall
Oh, is
because
it the fact that
this.
it's like, yeah, that was not thought through well, but it's fine. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you did not. I'm just gonna be honest here. You didn't frame this out before you made it, did you?
I built it modularly. It started off as just the middle bit, and then I extended this part outwards, and then I extended upwards.
Okay, you should have torn down parts of the house before you built.
Yeah. The plan was that I just every stream add a little bit more to the house and then eventually it's a castle. But then I got this far and I was like, "You know what? This looks good." And then I just left it
I
like
mean,
this.
it already does kind of look like a manor, so.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all I really need.
Also, also, I'm usually not one, like, it's your choice either way, but just in lore, shouldn't this be moved down because it's not exactly pretty?
Yeah, this was just I saw a video on how to make it and I decided to make it and I didn't think through where I was going to put it. I'll probably make a better one in a better place at some point.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
just
because
this is just the working concept.
this is an this is
Once I figure out item conveyor belts and stuff like that, then I can just
since
have
okay,
a little thing with the chests and then it goes down underground where all the furnaces are and then it comes
I
back
could
up
make an item. I could probably make an item conveyor belt. All you need is ice, is packed ice, and water,
and
and a dropper.
signs. Signs are good too. You use the
Why do you
signs.
need slime?
I said signs, not slime.
Oh, science. You can also use a cake.
A cake.
In
You
some cases, yeah, a cake.
I was not expecting you to say that we could use a cake.
I mean, depending on how you, it depends. Sometimes you want a cake, sometimes you want a slab, sometimes you want a full block, sometimes you even want a trapdoor.
I mean, I think using a sign is pretty good because
Yeah,
yeah,
using a sign is
everyone like when I see Mumbo
okay.
Jumbo or Green building one of them, they use a sign.
Okay, the, I feel like the more I look at your house, the less thought out it.
That was originally like that. Sometimes things just break. If you're going on about torch placement, then trust me, Jay ran around here a while ago to fix my lighting problem. So if anything is off, that I hate to throw him under the bus, but most of the torch placement that looks more haphazard was probably him.
I mean, I'm fine with haphazard torch placement. It's when it's not equal on a build. Guys.
I mean, I try to make everything symmetrical. All right, I try to. Like I pick one vertice or whatever the word is supposed to be.
Vertus.
Vertus. I pick one vertus. That doesn't sound like a word, but all right. I pick one of those, and then I make everything
It may be a
symmetrical.
regional, like
Yeah,
aluminum.
yeah. But I mean, aluminum is actually like it's supposed to be aluminium. But then someone
No, let's
decided.
not start that debate.
Okay. Quickest way to settle that though is to look at okay, where was it discovered? Which pronunciation was made first, and then that one is the official one.
Yeah, but for the few people who are watching, like, I'm sorry, but there's not going to be many people watching this at the
Oh
same
yeah,
time.
I know. I don't even have any viewers right now. There are only 4 people following my channel, anyways.
Also, okay, the more I kind of look at your stuff, the more I realize all the stone brick is hard on the,
I didn't hear that last bit. You cut off there.
kind of hard on the eyes. All the stone brick.
Well, stone brick is the block that I have the most of, so I build things with it. I like how
Yeah,
stone brick
like don't
looks.
get me wrong. For this, oops, for this, and that, it makes sense. Okay, except for the fact that you put stone brick above the wood.
I,
Just
di- I
think
didn't
about that.
I didn't have a contrasting wood that was darker that I could use as stairs for that. And the
You
original
could have
plan,
easily,
dude, the original
you could have
plan,
easily flipped it.
yeah, but like the original plan again was to expand this until it was a whole castle, which meant that I was going to have to transition into using bricks because castles are made of stone, not wood. And then that's just a remnant of that plan, and I didn't change it because hey, I still think it looks at least kind of sort of good because those towers are up at the same level as the roof of the main part, so it makes sense that like that layer is brick.
Anyway, so like right now your kind of current plan is what are you gonna do with this frog thing?
For now, the frog is just the frog.
I'm assuming it's going to change in some way because
Oh, look, a zombie in full golden armor.
one of which is enchanted.
If it drops any armor,
Oh,
you
we
can have
dropped
it.
Unbreaking 2 gold
Oh, look, one in full chainmail.
with enchanted boots. But you see what I mean? Like it is in theory possible for a full enchanted with a sword, diamond armor, baby zombie villager riding a chicken.
Yes. You could also get a skeleton jockey in full diamond with an enchanted bow and enchanted armor.
Yeah, but that's not as. But that technically speaking, that's not as rare.
That's not as rare.
Yeah, it's not. There's more variables involved with the baby zombie villager
Ah, right.
because it's going to need to be a baby, which is another role. Then it needs to be a zombie villager, which is another role. And then it needs to be running a chicken. So that's 2 more roles,
And then the armor. And then the weapon.
which in of itself is 4 roles, which is 5 roles, and then the enchantment 5 roles.
Yeah. So I can't even remember what my plan was originally when it came to all this. I think what I was
Okay, this is just clearly a spruce farm. Like that's nothing.
yeah, I just don't remember what I was farming the
It's a
spruce
temporary
for.
spruce farm.
Yeah.
Also,
I
okay, the
just
more I kind of look at your place, there's there's
this
definitely some ideas of what you want to do, but right now it's very rough.
yeah.
Because first off, this alone is just
Yeah.
sharp, 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 sharp. Whoop.
Yeah, I was trying to
And
flatten
then
things out, and I was using dirt from the creeper hole filling project because I wasn't actually getting any donations. It was all dirt that I got from clearing things. So I was trying to flatten stuff out, make it look a bit smoother, but then I got stuck on right angles and
okay,
making things
first
look
off,
clean.
what level do you want this all? Do you want it all to kind of be at this level?
Yes.
Okay, just because we have nothing better to do since we're kind of going to be doing that whole fourth.
Yeah, we can do the lore next time. We'll just say that I already paid you to come over here.
Yeah, and then I just showed. Let's be realistic here. Most of the creeper hole filling is going to be in here, and then it's going to be a torch, and then over it is going to be some dirt.
Well, I mean, when I was doing the actual creeper hole filling, like 90% of the creeper holes I was filling instead of just covering. Only when I
You should
started it was only when I started to run out of dirt that I did the whole torch underneath thing.
It's just cheaper and smarter.
Yeah, but then what if you're running away from stuff and a creeper blows up and then you fall into a creeper hole but there's still dirt around the sides so you can't jump out and then you die.
If you don't have blocks, if you don't have a block on hand, that's your own fault.
I like to keep my inventory nice and clean and clear and organized.
I
Thank
do
you.
too, but I always have at least some blocks on hand.
All I have with me right now is a travel bed, 2 banners, my sword, pickaxe, compass, a stack and almost another stack of bread, and this boat, which is called a birchen boat. For, it's
Did you
it's
just say a virgin boat?
no, a birchen.
Merchant. Oh.
No, 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 no.
Oh, good, because that is a very different connotation.
No, like birch with en at the end.
Oh, birch inn.
Yes.
It's a birch boat.
Yeah. Shakespeare is weird.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a birch boat. I thought it was an oak boat.
No, why would I have an oak boat when all of the wood that I use is spruce? If anything, I'd have a spruce boat. But my spruce boats are currently holding Charles and Xander.
And this doesn't look that bad.
Looks better than what I did.
Okay, and again, you're gonna need to do a lot of the filling yourself for that.
Yeah. I know
I'm
I'll need to be doing a lot of that. I'll probably leave a little bit for
since
like
I'm
a
here.
valley over here.
Since I'm here, I might as well help you with it.
Yeah.
Some of the success.
I mean, until I start disconnecting again, this is probably just going to be a relaxed stream.
Yeah, this is pretty much just two idiots talk about random things while they break stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do the
Also,
breaking,
oh,
and
right. Oh,
you do the breaking, and I do the building because you don't like building.
I mean on character, and I
Yeah.
mean on character. I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, this isn't even going to be an in character thing. At this point.
I mean, if this was a lore stream, then yeah,
I would not.
If this was a lore stream, one, you wouldn't be building anything, and two, we probably wouldn't be doing anything together anyways because I am allied with Jay, and Jay does not like you.
I don't know why in character they don't. I really don't.
Okay, here's the way I've rationalized it. Jay's character is like the son of the Ender Dragon, right? And dragons like to hoard things, right? They're really protective over their hoards, right?
Oh, I think I see.
And the grotto is basically Jay's hoard. And you are living in the grotto, so.
Although, technically speaking, in lore, I was living there. So.
Yeah, but I mean.
When if dragons cared about who came first.
Yeah, because, like, from Jay's perspective, Jay found you after he'd been there for a while, so. It was
Also,
already his
I really
territory.
I'm probably jinxing it, but I really hope they don't see this. But when Jay and Badger are talking, I sometimes get confused about which one's the boy and which one's.
I mean, I think a lot of people sound similar, but
well, no. They both kind of are
voices, right?
Well, no, they're other. They've kind of said there was the other one.
I mean, they could say that they were each other, and I wouldn't be able to tell.
No,
that's what I'm thinking, because I don't.
Gender wise.
Oh, like you mean the pitch of their voice?
Well, they kind of say they identify as the other's biological.
What they say they are is what they say they are. Oh well.
I know. It's just kind of because their voices are.
It's confusing sometimes. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
right?
because when you since well, Jay sounds like a female. Let's not deny that.
I mean, I just thought Jay sounded like a kid.
Trust me, when you've been to my high school, you kind of learn from mature ones how they talk.
I mean, I've got a lot of siblings, and a lot of them are young, and they all sound the same. So I don't hear gender in voices. I hear age in voices.
Yeah, I hear. Let me just put it like this, because you haven't been told this story actually.
There are a lot of stories that I've never been told.
Oh no. Well, you just haven't known me long, so you haven't heard it.
Fair enough. What's the story?
So, basically, high school was not fun for me. Or middle school, for that matter. What happened is relentless idiots. I'm sure you know doing what relentless.
Yes, I have met many a relentless idiot.
Yeah, who think they're smart and decide to mess with people.
Yeah. Not to sidetrack your story, but I also have a story of a relentless idiot doing something dumb and then paying for it.
Yeah, well, I live in Florida.
Oh, that makes it. Considering all the Florida man memes, that's
Let me tell you, going to a Florida high school, you can kind of see why they exist.
Yeah. I mean, James also lives in Florida.
Let me just kind of put the demographic of the high school, the general demographic. Somewhat sheltered, Caucasian, with some wealth.
I see.
Yeah, you can kind of.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the issues that would form.
Yep. I can see many of them.
Yeah, so they decide. So in 7th grade, one of them who sucks up to who the PE teacher believed could do no wrong, but was a
Oh,
jerk.
I know that kind of person. Ugh. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm just lucky that my gym teacher hated
I
bullies.
actually knew the same teacher also tried to suspend me. They
I mean,
failed.
the one time I got bullied in gym class, as soon as I told my gym teacher, it was stopped immediately. But that's
Yeah,
probably
try
just
having to switch
yeah.
classes because of it.
Wow. And
And the guy still knocking you out cold over a soccer.
I mean, other than the time I
I'm
got
not even kidding.
wow. I mean,
But anyway, that's
if
not related. Him and a group of friends. I say that with quotes because I'm still not really sure to this day if he didn't blackmail.
knowing that sort of person, it was probably blackmail or fear of
Well,
being
no, he
next.
did. He did have some legitimate. Oh, I'm gonna have to BRB real quick. So
Oh, yeah. I'd recommend if you have to BRB, then log out so I can sleep because it's about to turn to night. So like,
I'll hop into the bed underground. You can do the one in the attic.
fair enough. When you get back, I'll tell you a story about my high school years. It's a pretty short
Mine
story.
isn't even done yet either.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's still a long way to go.
If you're not off yet, then don't forget to let me know when you're back.
Okay.
I caught a wandering trader while you were gone.
And anyway, so basically, he before he I got it was I'm just gonna tell you this flat out. It made no sense.
Yeah,
They
nothing
decided to say happy birthday to me every day.
weird. Like
Yeah,
that's not even the sort of harmful stuff that you would normally get from a bully. That's just weird. Weird and random.
you would think so, but think about it. Every day at random intervals for 5 years.
I mean,
Actually 6.
at that point, like the best way to make them stop that would just be to say thanks for remembering my birthday every time. Just play along with it every time, and then they get sick of it because they're not getting a reaction.
Yeah, that's not what I ended up doing.
Oh, what'd you end up doing? Kicking them in the crotch?
No, no, no. I deafened them.
Like you deafened
Top
them?
of my lungs, loud as I could, right and pretty much as close as I could, shouting at them, "It's not my birthday."
Oh,
Yeah.
did that work?
Oh, well, truly, in some ways it did. It told the teachers. I also pointed out the person to to the nearest teacher.
Knowing schools, that probably did less than the screaming.
Actually, we had a really actually we did have a really good
Hmm.
and the let me just put it like this: the assistant principals were knew what was going on.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
high
it was
the
that off.
yeah, the higher ups at
Well, no, no,
at schools always know what's going on.
well, no, 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 and the sheriff at the school.
Your school had a sheriff?
Yeah,
My school doesn't even have a police officer, or it didn't. I've
well,
graduated by
police
now,
officer,
but
sheriff. I don't entirely remember which one, but it was an on-site police.
yeah, like there were no cops or sheriffs or anything at my school.
Yeah, but I'm also 30. But that was definite. That was before the Florida incident.
Ah, you mean Columbine? Was that in
No,
Florida? No?
no, the more recent one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I'm like 30 minutes away.
Huh.
Yeah, it it was, but anyway, as I was saying, so needless to say, there was changes after that. But bottom line is, had one, he knew, but want to know why he knew about it
Was he related to one of the
on
bullies?
multiple. Well, no, 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 no. Worse. On multiple occasions, I was followed home just so they could do it right outside my house
Oh.
and then drive off. You heard me.
Well then.
Yeah, so I even had to get their license plates.
Hmm.
They had their parking privilege revoked,
Well, can't say I
which
ever
for a
got
group of
sorry.
people is not exactly good.
Well, I can't say I ever got followed home, but my brother did have to deal with that for a while. You know how my
And
dad
no, no,
solved
here's
that
the weirdest
problem?
part about that. Here's the weirdest incident. One time, a duo bet money on it. They both got suspended.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you can. They were the teachers, the staff were not going to deal with it
Hmm. So
because A, it drove me up the wall, and B, usually caused a giant scene that distracted everyone else,
so
and C, it kind of turned into full on harassment.
yeah, harassment's never fun.
Yeah, so basically what ended up, I've had, no, no, here's another weird incident with involving it.
Yep.
Sometimes as I was walking by, minding my own business, because to avoid the crowd, I was allowed to leave a few minutes early from each class.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that bad. And a couple of idiots would decide to open the door, shouted at me, and then close the door, thinking I wouldn't be able to open the door being closed would stop me. It did not. A few times they tried to hold the door closed. Then another
That didn't
student
stop you
opened
either,
it.
did it?
No, another student usually opened it,
Wow.
or the teacher. Then I screamed and pointed it out to the person who did it. In fact, and that's not even the. I've also had a shoe. I also had a shoe thrown at me one time.
Wow. A literal boot to the head.
It was in a yeah. It was.
Have
It
you
didn't
seen
hit.
that video that I'm referencing right now? The
No, I have not.
okay, so there's this video that's basically it's like it's some audio from something, but they've used some Phoenix Wright assets to over top of it, and it's basically there's a lawyer reading off some guy's will, and then basically almost every member of the family who's there, the will says that they're getting a boot to the head, and then the guy throws a shoe at them, and like he the lawyer builds it up so that they think they're getting something good, and he's like, and to my loving cousin who was never there for me, a boot to the head. and then he throws the boot. It's hilarious. I'll have
to
to.
my to my bitch of a mother who constantly did shadow my dreams. A boot to the head.
Does that one apply to you or me? Because that sounds very familiar.
I don't know. That just kind of
Oh,
that just like that
oh,
would just be one of them.
I thought that one was a bit oddly specific, but yeah, it was
No,
basically
no.
that. Only in the will, it talked the person up to make it seem like the guy who died cared about them and thought that they cared about him, and then they were all hopeful they were going to get some big payout or something, and then they just get a boot to the head.
I'm willing to bet on more than one occasion, a few of the people in that crowd were like, "Okay, he gave them a boot to the head. Surely I must be safe."
And then they get a boot to the head. That's what makes it funny is that almost everyone got a boot to the head.
Almost, really? Someone got away from that?
Well, I mean, someone got something else, and then right at the end, right before the video ends, there was just this little last little bit that was like, oh, and so also gets a boot to the head.
Hey, you got something else. That means he liked you.
Yeah. Uh, so, you want to hear a funny story from my high school days now?
Oh, why not?
Okay, so there was this one guy. I don't mind saying his name because he's probably never going to watch this, but his name was Jason. So Jason, he's one of those little he's one of those little pricks who still has a rat tail in the late 2000s. So he
I just got out of high school a couple years ago, so that's mm,
okay. Well, let's
like
put the
actually not even
let's put this into
not,
perspective. He got held back a couple years, but he started school the same time as me. I just graduated from high school last year. Uh,
and he's still there.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Actually, that assumes he wasn't put in prison.
No, I don't think he was put in prison. I think
Really,
there's
he got held back, but he wasn't that bad.
no. I think the only person I knew who was that bad was someone named Tyler. I remember many a time when I was getting driven somewhere at in the evening, and there would be cops driving around the street where he lives because he lived near where I live. I think he went to juvie for a while, and then when he came back to school, he had a buzz cut, and it was weird.
Oh,
One
that's a
time,
good sign.
remember back when the murder clowns were a thing?
Yes.
Okay, that was back when I was in junior high. I think it was when I was in junior high. And one time after school, he was wearing a clown costume and he was chasing people around.
I'm pretty sure you may get shot from that.
Oh no, I live in Canada. People don't have guns in Canada.
Well, I live in the U.S. and having a gun is basically a requirement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did almost get checked in the face by my dad's driver's side door because he was parked outside the school waiting for me, and he saw someone dressed as a clown chasing people around who was just running past the car. So he almost just opened his door to flatten him, but he didn't.
So basically, the Canadian equivalent.
No, the Canadian equivalent would be like, I don't know, putting maple syrup on the ground and letting them slip. This was just the see we come from Newfoundland specifically. So, it's like a Newfoundland thing, not a Canadian thing. Canadians are too polite. Canadians from Newfoundland are just the right amount of sort of in between. Like any other Canadian would apologize for literally everything, but I mean, my motto is like respect is earned by showing respect or something. Like if you don't
Yeah, and in
if you
my
don't
place and
if
in my area,
yeah, like
most people never gave respect.
yeah. Like if you don't give respect, you don't deserve respect. That's my thing. So like if you're not nice to me, I
And
have no...
then they get okay. Also, okay. First off, wait, you get to get rid.
So like I haven't even started the actual story yet. I got sidetracked there. But yeah, so one time Jason was bugging his cousin. His cousin is like a good ways taller than him because uh, his cousin was a beanpole. So Jason, what he does is he lights a lighter right next to his cousin's ear, and you know what his cousin did? He grabbed Jason
Punched
and
him.
no, he slammed his face into the brick wall. Like like we got put into it's called hold and secure. later that day. Hold and secure was basically lock the classroom doors and close the windows and then just do things
Oh,
like
a
that.
lockdown.
Oh no, a lockdown is when we all cower in the corner with the lights off and the door locked.
Yeah,
Absolutely silent. But
in the U.S. we kind of don't have an in between. Really, just have that.
yeah, we have the in between in case something like I don't know, a dog gets into the building or something. I think that's
Yeah,
what
we
that's
don't
for.
tend to get dogs into a building. We tend to get the people who have actual brains.
Yeah. But
You know,
we got put into
okay,
a hold and secure because after Jason got his face smashed into the brick wall, he walked to the bathroom, but his nose was bleeding a lot. So in between classes, they saw the blood on the floor, and
and thought
they
a bloody accident had occurred.
yeah. So they put everyone into hold and secure. There's a zombie behind you. But yeah, they put everyone into hold and secure and investigate. And I only heard about it after the fact because I wasn't there for the actual happening. But it was yeah, yeah. So he got his face smashed into a brick wall, which I thought was pretty funny because he totally deserved it.
Yeah, he deserved it. He definitely deserved that. But I don't. They didn't really punish him for the lockdown.
No,
Basically,
he already got his face smashed into a brick wall. He doesn't need to be punished any
plus
farther.
technically speaking, you can't. Plus, he can't really be punished for
I mean,
bleeding.
you can't control when your nose bleeds after you've gotten smashed into a wall.
Yeah, you really can't control if your nose is bleeding. Periods.
Yeah.
So he's kind of. When you Anyway,
And I mean, he was already punished for the lighter up against his cousin's ear thing because he did get like smashed into a brick wall. But yeah, the only other thing that ever happened with a lighter was in gym class when another friend of mine, Alex, was dicking around with some other kid, and he almost lit his hair on fire. It wasn't Alex almost lighting someone else's hair on fire. Alex almost lit his own hair on fire.
okay, here's my question: why were lighters allowed in that school?
Oh, they weren't.
Oh, good. Then why were they able to get so many passed?
Uh, well, mostly because Alex just didn't really give a rat's ass about anything, and as long as the teachers didn't see you with things that aren't allowed, then it's fine because no one gets in trouble. I mean, there were a good few days when I forgot I had my pocket knife in my hoodie pocket, and I would go to school with my pocket knife, and then I would realize it was in there, and I'd be like, "Oh, geez, I'm not allowed to have this." So then I would stuff it in the bottom of my backpack. But yeah, if the teachers don't know you have it, then you can keep it, basically.
Yeah, and yet somehow Yu-Gi-Oh cards weren't allowed at my school.
Oh, geez. Do you remember silly bands or whatever they were called? Those elastic band bracelets that were animal shaped. You remember those? You remember when those got banned?
I mean, they didn't even really make sense to have them in the first place. Like,
No. Do you remember when fidget
because
spinners got
they're not
banned?
gonna keep their shape after you use them like twice.
Yeah. Do you remember when fidget spinners got banned? Those things were originally supposed to be like things to help people with like
Well, they make a small noise and it's really annoying.
yeah, but like the entire purpose of fidget spinners, just the ones that spin, those were supposed to originally they were supposed to be a thing for someone to, someone to fidget with their hand with so that they could focus. Like instead of
Yeah, and
clicking a
then they blew up
pen.
in popularity and became useless.
Yeah. And then they come out with stuff like fidget cubes and stuff. Like I actually have a
Okay,
fidget cube.
those keep their purpose
Yeah, fidget cubes are good. But fidget spinners,
because the spinning is what makes it annoying because you hear that.
yeah. But with
Also, two two pieces full iron with it, two pieces enchanted.
you can keep anything it drops.
I mean that just he
It
didn't
dropped
drop anything.
it dropped literally nothing. Wow.
He didn't drop anything, but still, you're seeing my point becoming more and more alive because that's rarer and rarer.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely see your point.
Just how in theory it's possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you have like any plans for like the terrain? And
Uh, I think my plan was basically just flattening things out for now.
well, well, like waterfalls or anything like that.
No, I wasn't considering anything like that. I'm not good at terraforming, so I
You,
wasn't really planning anything.
yeah, and you say that you're not good at it, and yet in the time for these two stories, I pretty much made a natural that you just need to fill in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm good at building structures, but terraforming and making it look natural, as you can see, making the terraforming look natural is not
It's not
my.
even that hard. Like it's not even that hard to replicate Minecraft Curve.
Yeah.
It's like basically just every couple of blocks, like every 2 or 3 blocks, you pretty much just want to make a turn.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to it's hard to explain why I'm not good at it, but it's more like I can build buildings because they're nice and even and nice sharp lines and everything, but making an organic curve with the blocks, it just doesn't.
But
It never looks right when I do it. So then I change it, and then I change it, and then I change it, and eventually I just end up with right angles.
okay, well, do you have like anything you want to do for this pond? Because this is a
I mean, it's a nice
there
pond.
is some there's it's decent at the moment
I think the most I would consider doing. Oh,
because
there's a jeez.
there's basically two. I see two, maybe three things you can do with it.
I mean,
One,
all I can think of is putting a shack on stilts in the middle to go fishing from.
I
Ow.
was a slap with the spoon of idiocy.
Okay, that's a canon item you have now. I'm calling it right
Will
now.
be soon.
The Spoon of Idiocy is canon, and I can go rename it for you, I guess, once I have some levels.
Well, once I get access to canon.
Yeah.
Like, as a side note, Hay Bale Man stupidity is still nothing compared to to the main storyteller stupidity of my character.
Would you
It's
would you like to hear some plans I've been making? Like some lore related plans for the story? Because I
for
mean
like
this
this, or you're actually planning to join the normal storyteller server.
what do you mean normal storyteller server?
This is this entire thing's an offshoot,
This is an offshoot?
pretty much.
Huh.
We have an entire Discord that's full two actually, three actually.
I did not know that. But yeah, well,
Yeah,
I was
talk to Jay and Badger about it. There's like, it's massive.
wow. Because
They
like I
have
was
like 2 dozen characters each.
and I struggle with playing two characters at once. Wow.
Well, for simplicity's sake, I just play one.
Yeah,
But
I've done a lot of
anyway, back just talk to Badger or Jay about that later, or even Flame, like
yeah.
or Scam or any of them.
So, what I was
Eh,
actually thinking, like the plans I was going to tell you about are lore related to this server that we are in right now and the story that's happening right
Mm-hmm.
now. It's something to do with James, because he, you know James. He on the first day, his introduction was that he is the mercenary on the server.
And well, we already know how this is. He's gonna go after me.
Well, not necessarily, but kind of, sorta. We were trying to figure out how to actually, lore wise get him into the stuff. So I didn't really have any need to hire a mercenary. And then I thought,
Yeah,
hey,
well now Jay.
hey, I could, if I really need to hire him as a mercenary to get him into the story, then what I can do is hire him to keep tabs on you because Jay doesn't like you,
Hates me.
and I figured, hey, uh, this would be a useful thing. Like he's not coming after you to kill you; he's just keeping tabs on what you're doing, and that gives him something to do. That gives me a reason to hire him, which gives him an in into the
As a
story.
side note, I don't think I can use a spoon of idiocy because of spoon.
Hmm.
Oh wait, is he on here? Like,
I
is he on the server
Spoon.
at
I
all?
remember hearing about him. He's got a town. I think it's called Spoon Town. I remember suggesting building a spork there once. But yeah, if you can't call that the spoon of,
Spoon. Okay, just let me just put it like this. Spoon's the kind of guy whose main weapon is a giant spoon.
huh? That sounds very anime.
I'm not even kidding. That is his weapon.
Wow. Okay then.
Yep. He also worships a spoon god
Wow.
and has a room full of spoon.
Okay. Is he the big spoon or the little
You
or
think
the
that
is he the big spoon or is he the little spoon?
he's just spoon.
Did you get the
That's
joke at
literally
all?
the best.
Did you get
I'm
the
not
joke?
even kidding. Like, I'm not making a joke. I'm being dead serious.
I know. I'm trying to lighten things up, but did you get the joke?
Any
Because it was a
yeah, I know. Anyway,
yeah.
there's for this you got basically you got three main things for this pond.
Yep.
Cover it up, cover it up, make it more forest.
If there was anywhere that I was going to put a waterfall, it would be right there.
Exactly, but it's not really. Or two, deepen it, deepen it. Add some like wild fish or something, tropical fish or something. I don't know. Like deepen it, do that, and kind of add like a little dock.
Fish are a good idea. I like this idea.
Or the third one, and honestly the most interesting but also costly, raise the mountain over here, over this, over pretty much taking it from here all the way over, like kind of through here.
Yeah, that would be really costly, and I don't think that would look good because that would make this too small.
At the same time, I mean, would it though? Because it's going to take it, because it's basic. What it's going to do is it's going to go curve up here and add to the hill and add a natural wall to the town.
Well, I mean, currently there's a natural wall already, like there.
Yeah, but it has that hole there, but it has a hole there. Plus, the water, as it stands right now, the water is too small to look real.
Well, I mean,
That's just a fact.
I can deepen it. I can deepen it. I'll definitely probably
But
eventually add a waterfall and deepen it and make it look nice.
since basically, and this is going to be like a hill, not an actual mountain. Because if it was a mountain, I'd be using stone.
Yeah.
And the reason I kind of say that, like you should at the very least, you should need to at the very least add to the mountain, the hills here,
Yeah. Yeah.
because this is horrible. Not your fault, just horrible. Looks
Yeah.
bad. Like add kind of a thing here to connect that,
There
and then
used to be
there to connect.
there used to be more little hills around here, but I cleared those out to make things look more flat. Because like there used to be one right here that was just big, right here, right here. There
I
used
can
to be
see
one.
why you would like that's smart to get rid of that. But those are your three options basically. You're either gonna deepen it, make a hollow hit, like, and I'm not saying fill it in. I'm saying make it hollow.
Yeah. I'll
Like
deepen it. That's what I'll
like
do.
when you make this,
I'll deepen it.
okay, so you're just going to deepen it and make it kind of more of a
Yeah.
big pond.
Yeah. I'll even
Okay,
add fish. I've got tons of buckets. I could get fish.
well, in order to do that, what you're really gonna need to do, what kind of pond we talking? We kind of like it kind of like we'll just connect out to sea then.
If it's going to connect out to sea, then that would be an underground tunnel, which would be pretty cool looking. But
Okay, no, an underground tunnel wouldn't make sense for going out to sea because that would make this a saltwater lake in inlet.
yeah, so I'm thinking
That doesn't make sense.
we won't connect it to the ocean. It'll just be its own thing.
Okay, good. So it's going to be dirt. So to be dirt,
Dirt. Yeah. Yeah. It's just gonna be yeah.
it's going to be dirt in like for this. And how deep do you want it to be?
Probably maybe 3 blocks, four
Three.
blocks in the middle. Like
Okay,
it can slope out. It can slope out.
just for reference. I just want to show you for reference. Three. This is how deep 3 is in the middle.
Yeah, so like 4 deep in the middle, but like it slopes
That,
down to that. That's probably what we could do.
but that's not really. I,
It'll give the fish room to swim.
I was staying kind of closer to this.
Oh yeah, that works. I thought you were going to suggest something shallower, not something deeper. Deeper
Yeah, it
deeper will
should be.
always work.
And okay, and this, like first off, the sand needs to be replaced.
It does. Yes, it does.
Boom, 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 boom.
So as for the plan with hiring James to keep tabs on what you're doing, he wants to build tunnels in the grotto, which Jay doesn't like. So we're gonna have to figure something out with that.
Yeah, well, the underground of the grotto is going to get cramped real quick
Yeah.
because you have Hayman stuff on the outskirts, and all the rooms are going to be the same size as the 2 I've shown, and that's going to get big quick.
Yeah. You know what would be really lucky and really convenient? If
None
one
of
of
them intersect.
No, I'm thinking what would be really lucky and really convenient is if one of the rooms you uncover is the start of like a mine tunnel, and that tunnel has a minecart track, and the minecart track leads to a what are they called? Stronghold.
Actually, me and Badger were kind of thinking about doing something semi-similar.
Wow.
Yeah, just Hayman's a normal inhabitant of this world. It's been kind of established that you guys aren't. Okay, that looks better already.
Yeah. So
Now,
did you say something at the end there? Because it was like you were talking and then you cut off, and I was like, oh, did the mic cut off or something?
no, I was just saying that looks better already.
Oh, because I mean like right before that, when you were talking about Hay Bale Man being like a natural inhabitant, and then and then you stopped.
Yeah, you're all like not natural inhabitants.
I mean, like I don't even know where I would have come from yet. I don't have backstory thought up yet for
I
my
mean, the
character.
entire idea, I think, is like alternate world or something after the last SMP. I don't know.
Ah, well, I wasn't a part of the last SMP, so I have no idea what that would be about. But
Yeah. Anyway, let's see that.
I mean, I know James is going for a Mandalorian vibe, so he could have come from space.
Okay, let's. Okay, so the rest of that rock is that stone's pretty much gonna have to go and be replaced with dirt,
Yeah,
coarse dirt.
yeah,
But as it stands, that already looks a lot better.
it does. Yes, it does. It looks even
So that's
nicer. It looks even nicer with this shader on because the shadow from the towers on my house are just sloping over the mountain here, and it looks nice. That's why I got the shader,
also
because it makes things look nice.
also you're gonna need to do something about this hill. That's just not enough. You can't keep it
Yeah, I'll change it at some point. I just figured it was
like it
easier
needs
for
to either
the
be pushed. Like it basically needs to either be scalped.
yeah. I figured it was.
Like you're
I
like
figured it
pretty much you're
was.
gonna need to either scalp it so that it's stone over the top here, and then slope and then transitions like they carved it out of a natural rock formation.
Yeah, I thought just for the time being, build this mausoleum thing into there, as if like this is really old, and the hill sort of came over top of it eventually, or I don't
Yeah,
know how
no,
that
that
would
doesn't
work.
even. It would have to be. It would not be in such good condition.
Yeah, I'm not good at withering things either. Not that I would
Okay,
want to wither this because I
withering
really
isn't
like
even
how
that
it looks.
hard.
Look, I'm new to
Okay,
building. Okay, for the most part, all I build is houses like that or big things. I don't normally work on things that are supposed to look natural. This
yeah,
is
well,
actually
somehow you ended up interacting with a guy in a costume who's surprised, who outside of character is very good at that.
yeah. Like 90% of the stuff I've ever actually built has been underground. I build cave houses. That's what I used to do. That's why when I first got here, my immediate first thing that I did was dig a hole in the side of a river, and then that was the start of my base. Like you saw the underwater part of my base. That was the beginning.
There we go. Okay, now
Oh, there's a zombie right next to you. Like like over there. Oh, and there's another one. And the Enderman. There's the Enderman. What was that? I heard an
my
explosion.
noise. Oh, that was a creeper.
Oh.
Yeah, actually he kind of carved out a good, like a decent section of.
I angered an Enderman, so I'm trying to lure it somewhere. Oh. I'm trying to get it to teleport into my house because I've got a good place where I can kill it from.
Or you could just put it in a boat.
It's already angry. There's no chance. Besides, I already used the boat on the wandering trader.
It's gone.
The wandering trader is gone? Huh.
They despawn.
I did not know
Oh wait,
that.
no, he's just invisible.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was just invisible.
I just couldn't see the particles. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. You can keep the ender pearl.
He didn't drop an ender pearl. He dropped a grass block.
Oh. Well, you can keep the grass block. Those things are I always look at grass blocks that Enderman drop as a valuable item. That's what I think of those.
This is the third one I've gotten.
Oh. Well, I mean, they're rare
And
enough.
that's the third Enderman I've killed that had one.
I mean, as long as no one has silk touch on their shovels, grass blocks are still rare enough that you could use them as currency.
Anyway, so this can't really go much further because this is a arcade, but
Oh wow, baby zombie in all gold.
with one enchanted and it can hold a weapon, but it just holding a.
Before we continue, we should probably go sleep in the beds and change it to day.
It's fine. Like legitimately, it's fine because like it only got that. I only fell back because they can't really get over here now.
Yeah.
From that area, I made it so.
So yeah, I still have no idea, like backstory wise, how my character would have gotten here, because I wasn't part of the last SMP or whatever. So there's no
Anyway,
easy
okay,
explanation
so
for
you're
that.
going to deepen it and make it into a fish pond, so there's no real need for a path there.
Yeah,
However,
paths come later.
Hmm?
Paths come later.
Well, no. Well,
The first the first path I
this
was
guy actually has ooh, blue ice.
But yeah, the
This guy
first
gives blue ice. Behind you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Pass while they do come later. You should just.
Yeah, the first
Since this is
path.
going to be its own separate. This is going to be a separate town, right?
Yeah, and like the first path I was gonna make was gonna be one that leads to the other town.
Okay,
And
you should.
I already started that one, but I was working off that way and I came out from where the trees are over there.
Okay, well yeah, you. What the heck?
What?
Oh, this is the chunk.
Yeah, that's the chunk. I had to
What
put
are we going to? Seriously, what is going to be?
I had to put a fence around this because it was dangerous, and whoever dug it didn't put any safety around it.
It's still dangerous.
Yeah, but with a fence around
And
it,
what's even the point of this? It's literally like there's no point.
I think it was a strip mine project.
Is it a slime chunk?
I don't know. I know that everything has been removed all the way down to bedrock. Oh, there's a creeper right there. I don't want to be near that creeper. I'm nowhere near my creeper fighting hole, so this is inopportune time to fight a creeper.
Don't need a hole, just need to run.
Yeah. My strategy on this
Anyway,
server, you remember that hole over there that had water in it? The one over by my base? That was my
yeah, I
creeper fighting hole.
okay. So is this going? If this is in a slime chunk, this should probably just be filled over.
Yeah, but I'm not the one who dug it, so I don't have any right to fill it.
Yeah, I don't either. So, but anyway, so the path is going to. I'm just kind of planning it out.
Yeah, I can show you where
It
I
should kind of
started.
want.
I can show you where I started
Yeah,
making a path.
yeah. We should see where the path starts, so I can kind of because just for it to be semi.
So it comes off of the hill with the roller coaster.
You're using actual path blocks.
Yeah. I mean, every other path uses path blocks, so I figure why not? So yeah, I come in here, and come off the end there, and I was using my compass to gauge where I should move it.
Oh right.
So you see my house is right... Oh, sorry. You see my house is right there.
This is kind of painful.
What, the diagonal? I was trying to make the diagonal even. Without...
No,
without
the
messing with
diagonal
too
was
much.
even. That you did good on that. You did good on that. I'll give you that. But the fact that it is a diagonal, like a straight, people don't walk like. People just don't walk like that, like in a straight line, unless you make it first. And it wants to. And do you want this to feel natural, like it was made from a natural path?
I mean, I wasn't going for natural or not natural, I was just making a path. This was before the
Look, is this going to
compass.
be like? Because the entire server isn't exactly an industrial age texture
Yeah.
pack thing.
Not to
So
sidetrack
it's
the
going.
conversation, but do you ever wear headphones and then have them press the sides of glasses into the side of your head? Because that starts hurting after a while.
Don't wear headphones.
The headphones are the only way I can record these without your audio echoing.
Anyway, so now you do have it at the very least as an outline. Now, just are you following me or
I didn't see where you went. I was adjusting my headset.
oh now. So this is kind of where the town truthfully ends. Like let's just be real here, this is kind of where it ends.
Yeah.
So because again, I'm kind of turn there
Yeah.
and then slow like
Well, I mean,
every few
you could
blocks.
just go straight this way and you're right there.
Yes, you could, don't get me wrong, that but just hear me. Then you kind of
But then it also probably would cut through the spawn chunks, and you don't want to cut through the spawn chunks because you can't build anything in the spawn chunks, and that's really annoying.
you can't?
No, in the like over here. You see this hole here, this little dip.
Mm-hmm.
Try breaking that grass. Not that grass. This grass. Spawn chunk. You can't break anything in the spawn chunk.
What's the command to see the chunks?
I
Like
don't know.
F3.
I don't know. But it's also the reason why I couldn't put a fence post there. Which is why all the other corners don't... Wait, no, they do.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
It's
what's...
just this chunk, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so from here. Oh, okay, so not these. Wait. Okay, no, it was just. So it's go here, there. Oh, I see the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go here.
Okay, hold on a sec. I gotta adjust my headset. This is starting to hurt the side of my head.
Okay, I'm just trying to mark out the spawn chunks. So, oh, okay, so I can do that.
All right, that's better. I just had to move my glasses for a second so that
What the heck?
things.
There's no real consistency.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Because you saw me place these.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely see the issue. So the spawn chunks are pretty much unable to be built on probably because of permission. And the only ones who would have that is likely Jay.
Mhm.
So maybe talk to them about that. Don't know. I don't.
I mean, I remember when I've seen stuff on the Dream SMP. Not even Dream was doing anything in the spawn chunks, and he was the owner of the server. So I don't know. Maybe just the spawn chunk is just the one you can't mess with, so that people can still
No,
spawn.
I've seen it.
I mean, on a single player world you can mess with it, but on a server, I'm pretty sure you
Yeah,
can't.
I've seen plenty of server. I've seen a few servers where you can.
Hmm.
Oh, clear chat. F3D, clear chat. Huh, good to know.
Huh. So what's the command for seeing chunks?
Uh, F3G.
Okay, F3G. Neat.
Also, F3H is also really useful.
Oh, that's hitboxes, right?
No, that's advanced tooltips.
Oh, what does that do? Like,
Okay, look over any tool if it like as long as it's used.
oh, that is useful. I'm never turning
Yep.
that off. That's staying on.
Yeah. Yeah, it is awesome. It tells you how much durability it has.
Yeah.
And also is really kind of cool in adventure maps too, because you can see with like texture packs and such, because you can actually see what the item actually is.
Yeah.
Just kind of see the trick they're using.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so you can't really go through that small area. Probably need to talk to Jay about just having that like cordoned off and made into like a park or something.
Yeah. Oh, and
Because
uh
they're the
and speaking of durability, I do need to go repair the quick axe at some point.
okay, in that case, since you can't really do that, go that close, but you can cut on the hillside. You can cut through there.
Yeah. Or I
So
just or I just go down through the trees there in the part where I
just
was like remember where I already
so you
had a
kind of
path
cut
being remember where I already had a
just yeah, I know. I just and then you kind of curve that like that, like curve the path like this,
yeah. But I mean if we
and then
go
you go down here for a bit, like you go straight here until you get past the spawn chunks.
yeah.
Of them, which means kind of past. Yeah, this is and so
Mind this hole here. There's like a hole
so
right here.
so over here, which honestly gives you kind of a good view of that. Which honestly, that should kind of split off. The path should split here and lead to kind of a small dock. Because that's gorgeous.
Yeah, that is really nice.
So the path should split off there. So the path would split off about.
Once we get the hay bale man to stop hating building, maybe he can build a little cabin
So the
over there.
path would need to kind of split across here.
You know what this looks like?
Yes, I'm well aware. Don't. No, don't. No, it's meant to be. Don't do that. It's literally meant. It's meant to show you. It's kind of like a sign, but I don't have any on me, and I don't want to be lazy. So then it kind of curves again.
All this curving makes it sound more like it would be a good railroad track.
But this is natural curving. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Also, this water pit looks like a key.
It does, doesn't it? Should keep it around as a
Anyway.
landmark.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so then it kind of splits off from there, goes around the water, this little pond, which filled that in. This one.
Call this the key puddle.
No, it's gonna be made deeper. Like definitely gonna be made deeper because that's deeper and left like a couple trees, like an actual pond.
And maybe make it more circular over here, make it look more like a key.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna need to be made more like a key. So then the path is gonna go kind of past here.
Yeah.
So it's gonna go boom, 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 past here, and then it's kind of gonna go straight a bit. Go straight this way.
Oh, hey, there's an Enderman again.
Ignore it.
Yeah, I don't have a boat this time, anyways.
And then it should, once it kind of gets to here,
I
the
just
curve
found
is that.
I just found a creeper hole that I need to remember to fill.
Okay, that's lovely. And then from here, the curve is basically already there.
I also need to clear out all of these tufts of grass, because those are never nice to look at.
Actually, they are nice to look at when you're terraforming.
Yeah, but
You're doing terraform.
if you're trying to make a nice flat area, because I plan
Yes,
on
but
building stuff out here eventually. I'm just gonna keep expanding out.
okay, but still, this is going to be like which makes having the path kind of go around this all the better, because that way you can have a path.
Yeah.
Anyway, then it kind of will go straight then it'll kind of go straight, but there'll be an offshoot, like a kind of mini. There could be like sapling.
Yeah.
Trees. Also, I know a way you can get big trees every time with oak.
Yeah, you put glass in the air around
No,
it.
you put slab. You don't even need glass. You just need 4 slab.
Oh, because all I know is that one block above this, you just circle around it
No, you just put
with.
4 slabs around it, and it'll always be a big tree.
Yeah, but like I'm telling you the way I learned to do it back in the olden days of Minecraft. It was
So
just it was
what'll kind of happen through here is there'll be kind of a little ravine, kind of crevasse, whatever you want to call it, through here.
Oh, that's a nice little hole here that you could build something in.
And it would be, and the trees and such, and the foliage would cover it up,
Hmm.
and that would lead to kind of, and okay, I know this is dangerous and that's almost log off, but then there's this little valley here is going to be basically going to be filled, like not filled in, but it's not going to have any other natural entry.
No, like in here I could probably cut down some of these trees and build some little buildings. Maybe make an artificial village.
No, spoon of idiocy.
Ah. Why?
Bad. You want to learn, because this is also semi teaching you natural building.
Okay.
You're going to want to since notice what I said, blocked it, hit it a bit, trees and such. So you're going to have trees, like trees and leaves and such.
Yeah.
Creating like an archway, and then like dark oak, like tall dark oaks, custom made, possibly custom made.
I gotta admit, dark oak does look good. I used to use dark oak for a lot of things before I went and started using spruce.
Kind of cover it up, create kind of a tree line in the center, like kind of in the center of this, there'll be like a clearing with a ton of water, some water, like a deep pond, maybe a little shack.
This is the first time I'm looking at this all lit up. It looks really nice.
And
Oh, there's
as
a
a little bit
creeper
of
over there.
a little bit split off from that is going to be another thing. Is going to be a cave.
Creeper's
A
behind you. The creeper's
man-made.
behind you. Oh,
Okay,
two of these.
with 3 each. Took those.
Oh,
Sweet.
oh, it's a zombie villager. Oh, one of them dropped iron.
Yeah. What's bail.
Yeah, one of them has golden armor too.
Like, not even just that. The fact that we're getting overwhelmed.
Yeah. This is why I don't normally come out at night. Usually I sleep the...
But you see what I'm getting. You saw the basis of what I was getting at, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to discuss it more later because A, I've got to log off. B, yeah, I should have logged off 15 minutes ago.
Ah. Well, I still have like 15 minutes until I have to log off.
But
usually...
yeah, you kind of see the and remember, and you don't want to use path blocks for the path
Right.
because that does not like you'll want to use. You want to. Oh, no, oh, my legs sleep.
Well, all alone again. I guess this is as good a place as any to end the stream, since there's no one else on. Oh well. At least the Wi-Fi worked this time.